get home from work, you've had a really stressful day, and you start to vent. And you're met with, welcome to corporate life. Or, that's how the real world works. Or, what do you expect? To be happy all the time? It's work. And you're like, how about a little empathy, please? Maybe just try to understand and maybe try to feel what I'm feeling right now. And the person that you're with just is like, no, I don't understand. What's the need in that? It was your day, not mine. Whatever it might be, we've all been met with somebody who has empathy low. And if you have empathy high, it's kind of a shock. You're like, wait a minute, I don't get this. Or it could be the opposite. Maybe you don't really have empathy very high, but somebody else does. And when you say something to that effect, it's more about just your fact of the matter. Like, I had a crappy day. And you're met with, oh my gosh, that's awful. I feel just terrible about it. And you're like, why would you feel terrible? It didn't happen to you. It happened to me. That's what happens when there's a disconnect between where the empathy strength can lie in your Clifton Strengths results. So if you have it high, you often expect somebody else to meet you at that same level. But if you have it low, you often expect somebody to meet you at that level, and you don't understand when somebody is meeting you at a completely different place with taking on your feelings as if they're your own and really stepping into it as if it happened to them. The other thing that can happen sometimes with empathy, if it's high, you assume that you know what somebody else is thinking or feeling because you feel the energy of it, but you might not always be right. You might know something's off, you might feel a little stress or tension, but you won't always know where it stemmed from, what's causing it. And so that can also cause a little bit of a disconnect between people when the empathy strength is at play. So it's really, really important to understand where it falls for you, what that looks like, what you need to be mindful of on both ends of it. And it's not personal. It's just your process. So if you are met with somebody who has empathy lower and they act like they don't care, it doesn't mean they don't care. They just care in a different way that plays into their top strengths. Maybe they care more logically or cognitively, and you don't understand why they don't care on the same emotional level that you do. Neither one of you is right or wrong. Neither one is good or bad. It's just a matter of understanding so that you can respect where one another is coming from when it comes to empathy.